So I bought this Onkyo Grand Integra M-508 amplifier knowing it had an issue with protect mode on the right channel. Sometimes it turns on and both channels go into protect, sometimes just the right channel and the left channel works fine. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. And I've already done this before, but I take my Fluke 29 Series 2 meter, turn it to millivolts here, turn the power on, and after a couple seconds, hopefully the relays kick in. Both channels are showing positive here, so I'm gonna put my leads back here and look for any DC voltage that's sneaking through the amp. Into the speaker outputs on the left channel, I'm showing 5 millivolts ish, pretty low, so that's just fine. But on the right channel, I'm going to show about 5 millivolts. Typically I'm seeing 2 volts on the right channel, so that's a little different. That's interesting. We're going to see what happens this time. Typically on the right channel I see 2 full volts, so then it kicks into protect mode because that DC voltage is sneaking through out to the speaker, which should not be happening. So I took off the top and the bottom so I could measure. There's these big, if you look in the top here, there it just kicked into protect on both channels. There's 3, 6, 9, 12 large resistors on the amp, 6 on each channel that I've measured that are the same on the left and the right. And then I started looking at the adjustable, I forget what they're called, the R, must be resistors, because R423, 424, get the same measurements off of those in millivolts. And then I got to the point where I started to compare the diodes, which was I think D433, 434, maybe D413, 414, which is getting a little outside of my knowledge base, because when I changed my setting to diode, I wasn't exactly sure if I was getting the right reading there. So I've got a little bit I need to do to learn how to properly figure out if those diodes are a problem to continue to move on to the next item. The service manual is available online for the 508, and I've been using ChatGPT to try to figure out, okay, if there's 2 volts sneaking through on the right channel. Then we started looking at those resistors and then a couple of other resistors, and then moved on to the diodes. And if I'm doing it all correct, we've reached that point, and I think the diodes are okay, but then we have to move on to the next round of items, and still trying to learn as I go through this process exactly what the problem is. The guy I bought it from noted that he had it serviced before for basically the same issue in the past, and that the guy had done a couple of resistor repairs. You see he's added, looks like somebody's added in here 4 resistors. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm assuming it wasn't quite the right fix, since it seems to have had a very similar problem again, that they just kind of band-aided it, but potentially that was the right fix and now something else completely failed. I don't know, but that's kind of where I'm at with this thing. It's getting a little beyond my knowledge, so I either need to learn or enlist someone that can direct me in the right steps to move forward with this. I have found a local technician that can address, well, he'll take a $100 deposit to diagnose what the problem is and then give me a quote back on what it is to fix. Be very interesting to see. I could get a digital oscilloscope to look at left versus right, but I'm not sure there's any value there. I've already using my voltmeter I'm not sure the oscilloscope's going to help by injecting any, or a signal generator to inject any values into the line. I'm not sure that's going to help me. But that's kind of where I'm at with this. I really just need to find someone who knows more than me to help me move on to the next item. So that's where I'm at. Thanks.